What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Grim Allen, standing in formerly Seattle, now Fairy Unicorn Land, next to this great member of society. What is your name, sir?
I'm Warlord Jackal of the Fifth Dominion.
Of course it is. So, what do we got going on here?
This is CHAZ. It's fully autonomous, no cops. Got a free garden. Yeah.
What does CHAZ stand for?
It stands for Capitol Hill. What? Oh.
What is something's happening? What is that?
Apparently we have a new name. It's CHOP.
And that stands for?
I don't know yet.
Moving on. So, tell us about this magical garden. Can we go see it?
I'd love to, but I was just informed a couple homeless guys just ransacked the place, so it's going to be a no-go.
Bad luck. So, when you say it's your place, do you mean like your own country?
Yes.
But you know that this is Seattle, the United States of America, yeah?
You sound like a fascist.
So you say that it's peaceful, but what about all the raping and pillaging and violence against not only Christians, but people, men and women of what are you doing?
Apparently we had another name change. We're going with China.
What's going on, America? I am Grim Allen, and welcome to Real America. In breaking news, and in an attempt to promote equality amongst Black Americans, the city of Boston is weighing whether or not to remove a statue of Abraham Lincoln freeing the slaves because that's racist?
Abraham Lincoln once said that if you're a racist, I will attack you with the North.
Because at the end of the day, nothing screams anti-slavery much like rebelling against the man that's responsible for drafting the very document that freed the slaves.
What's the matter with you?
In the midst of the Black Lives Matter agenda, the Senate just introduced a 100-page bill to reform the police and educate them on how to do their jobs by people who have never, ever been a cop and have constant police or security protections and live in their gated mansions. But I digress. In fact, in 2020, it seems like we want American police to be a bit more like the police in the UK.
Super cop. Meet the cop that can't be stopped.
Or maybe we just want to make cops' directions of compliance more of a ask than a command.
Do not pull that gun on me. Put that down. Don't you pull that gun on me. No, hey, put that down. Don't do it.
Let's face it, from now on, most interactions with cops are gonna be like this.
Put your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Say ho!
Since 2020 is the age of the cancel culture outrage mob, the attack on national brands has never been more severe. Domino's fell under attack for responding to White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany's tweet over 12 years ago.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
After calls for cancellation, Domino's won the support of conservatives everywhere after this clapback. Well, it's unfortunate that thanking a customer for a compliment back in 2012 would be viewed as political. Guess that's 2020 for you. Aunt Jemima is the latest brand to fall under attack, with the Quaker Oats-owned company saying that they will not only change the name, but also the image associated with the brand.
If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great.
And last but not least, Oklahoma State coach Mike Gundy is the latest weak-spined American to bend the knee to the outrage mob, filming a video apologizing to the mass cultures of the Black Lives Matter movement for being so racist for wearing an OAN shirt?
Come on, you gotta be kidding me.
When you think of a utopian society, you probably think of a warm, welcoming, flourishing, loving society in which people live free and do what they want, when they want, how they want to do it. However, the newly formed country known as CHOP, formerly known as CHAZ, formerly known as we're a bunch of degenerate idiots that have no idea what we're doing, is none of those things.
Can I ask why you're following me? To make sure you're not doing anything you don't need to be doing.
In fact, fact, the very people that were probably pro-immigration into America ironically decided that the best way to construct this new sovereign land was to create a border armed with security.
Keeping a border or a wall between, the cops.
Which now awkwardly has an agreement with the actual city of Seattle to replace their feeble attempt at a border with actual concrete barriers. But I digress. You might think this new utopian society is accepting of all people, but you'd be wrong. In fact, if you are a Christian, gay, not a lunatic, white, pro-America in any way, or have a question as to how this simply would work in the first place, you would not only be met with aggression, verbal attacks, and/or physical attacks, but also would be subject to rape and sexual assault.
All right, the king eternal.
Yet, according to Seattle's actual elected officials, everything is fine, and they're actually fine people.
Cal Anderson Park and Capitol Hill have been for decades a place for free speech and community.
As crazy as this may seem, it is actually real. So much so that innocent American citizens that are just unfortunate enough to own businesses inside the confines of the walls of CHOP.
What transpires within the confines of the walls of Sodom stays within the confines of the walls of Sodom.
They are finding out that within this sovereign land, even the police, I guess, have no jurisdiction there.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Get ready, people! The Walking Dead was more accurate than any person could have ever predicted, and thank God for the Second Amendment. That's all we have for this episode of Real America. As always, I'm Graham Allen. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and as always, for those who can't, I'll say it for you.